All right, it's Monday. We're in a new year, 2021. Let's go. Who? I'm excited. I was in Mexico last week with the wife. We got away. We had planned for it, I think mid-2019. So we had got away for a little bit from the kids, had a great time, a lot of fun. But I'm super excited to get back into the swing of things with the business. Right now, it's kind of a slow time for me, but it's fine. I've decided I want to go to the next level with my knowledge. I'm going to get my general contractor's license here in Indiana and try to elevate upward. That's kind of redundant. Try to elevate in what I can do so that I can become more consistent, as well as ultimately get to the point to where I can just manage the business, bid jobs, and send guys out to work for me. So this is actually the purpose of the video. If you're someone who wants to be an entrepreneur, you're starting out on entrepreneurship, and or you're in a company but you want to be a manager, whatever the case may be, it's more pertinent with entrepreneurship. But at some point, you have to get to the point to where you have to go to the higher level of entrepreneurship and business ownership and start to cultivate people and talent and work ethic for them to bring money to you. Right now, I'm in sort of an in-between time where I'm still the owner-worker, where I own Curb Man Home Services, LLC, and I do very well for myself. It's awesome, but I'm still doing a lot of the work myself. I still have to be there, and I can't really break away yet, namely because, one, I don't have enough business yet to do it, but I also haven't built really a team yet. I got a guy who's awesome, who I could use, who I think will become my manager on site. Instead of paying him $200 a day, I'll pay him $250 a day when we're working, etc., etc. But if you're just starting out in business, or you want to start out in business, it is important to understand that initially you're going to have to be the owner worker. You're going to have to be the guy or gal that is out there that's giving the bids, giving the quotes, and then going to facilitate the work yourself. Now, what that means is maybe you'll have help sometimes, one or two guys, etc., etc., but you're still out there doing the work yourself. You are the one bringing the money to you, and or the pie, if you will. And the next level of business that's really important to get to, should you want to be an entrepreneur and do your own thing, is you really want to change your mindset from, I want to make as much money as I can per job, as really, moving to really, I want to make the least amount of money that I can, but do more jobs. So let me help you understand what I'm saying. You don't want to lose money. You don't want to price yourself in a situation to where you're not really profitable. But what you want to do is, if you have a choice between making $1,000 to do one job that maybe takes you 3 or 4 days, as opposed to doing two jobs that, after paying 2 or 3 guys or gals, is going to make you $500, but that $1,000 gets to you in a day, that's what you would prefer to do. And people say, I know what you're thinking, well, Zach, it's the same $1,000. One took 3 days and one took a day. Exactly. You want to get to the point in your business entrepreneur mindset where you're willing to take a smaller pie, but there's more of it. There's more options. You'd rather have when I sold cars years ago, the F&I manager of finance and insurance told me an awesome piece of business for himself. He said, the piece of the pie that I get is really small, but it's from a very, very large pie, because basically every car that was sold at the dealership went through his office. So I actually made more percentage-wise than he did, but he had access to all the sales. He could make money on all the sales, where I could only make money on the sales that I did, and or partnered with another salesperson. So what you really want to do is you want to get to the concept, or the way of thinking and behaving, where you're willing to make less money per job, and you're willing to pay people really a good wage or a good earnings so that they work for you and they give you their best. But you have multiple crews and multiple avenues of wealth coming to you, because even though the individual amount of money you're making now is smaller per job, the truth is you're making more money because you're bringing more revenue to you. It's a smaller pie, or a smaller piece of the pie, but it's from 4 or 5 sources that is coming at you all at once. That's really where you want to go. That's where I'm trying to get to. And what I need to do, and I've put it off for long enough, this is now my 3rd year of full-time ownership of a business. I need to go to the next level. I need to empower myself with knowledge. I need to tighten the screws even more concerning my bids, as well as developing a good team. And you got to start taking those steps forward. What's so interesting about business is that it's really heavily rooted in faith, and it's heavily rooted in law of attraction. You go out and make it happen, and it first starts right here and in here. Literally everything comes from here and right here. And then it manifests itself in real time in our reality through connections and partnerships, doing what you say you're going to do, etc., etc. But it all starts here and right here. And it's extremely important to understand that. Start out initially as the owner worker. Start out initially as the individual that is doing everything, and every now and again you pay a guy or gal, a friend of yours, to help you. Pay him $200. I pay all my guys and gals $200 a day because it's always hard work. My point is this: the next level is actually the owner manager. So you go from the owner worker to the owner manager. Doesn't mean you don't do work. I probably will still do work, but it does mean that my focus and my energy is really going to go towards how can I make less money per job but get more jobs through the door. And the only way that happens is you have to multiply yourself, and you have to leave the job site to go do more bids, to beat the bushes even more, to make greater connections, better. The Chamber of Commerce. I'm going to join the Bloomington Chamber of Commerce this year. I'm a part of a BNI group. It's fantastic. It's given me a lot of business, but I need to go to the next level concerning networking and business strategy and really knowledge. And I can't do that if I have to be at every job. So that's really what this video is about today. I've kind of said it a lot, but basically, you eventually, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you want to move from you doing the work yourself and you bringing the pie and the revenue to you, and therefore you're making more money per job, but you have to be there. You really want to move from that way of thinking to instead making less money per jobs, but getting more jobs and or opportunity through the door because you've multiplied yourself with a good crew of guys or gals, and you can go out and get more business via via networking, via marketing, and just doing more bids. I mean, the fact of the matter is, there's two types of sales. There's the person-to-person sales, which if you're an entrepreneur or business owner, you're in sales. But there's the person-to-person sales, but there's also the pipeline marketing sales. And as a business owner, what you want is your pipeline, or if you're a salesperson, you want your pipeline so full of opportunity that even if you're not out hustling and making calls all the time, your pipeline is so full of opportunity, you're going to get a certain percentage of that opportunity that's going to translate to actual business because your pipeline, your downflow is so full of shots or opportunity to make money that it's just going to happen. I can't do that. You can't do that if you're on the site every day. You can't do that. I can't do that if we aren't out networking, building relationships, there's a certain side of the political aisle that love this word, building equity with other businesses and other individuals in the community. You really got to get going and go to the next level. That's where I'm at. That's my hope for 2021, is to transcend from the owner worker. Again, I'm still going to do work. I'll still get out there. There's certain jobs where I always want to be there, at least to get it started. But go to the next level from owner worker to really owner operating manager, because that way I can increase myself. And even though I'm making most likely less money per job because I'm paying more people now to do the work, I'm actually making more money overall because I'm now doing more work. See, that's the secret. That it's powerful. I'm going to do a whole series on this. It's freaking amazing. I'm trying not to cuss as much. It's fucking amazing. Fuck it. It's fucking awesome. Guys, 2021 can be your year. My wife and I, we had a great 2020. It was weird. It was chaotic. We already saw Kamala Harris and Cuomo tweet yesterday or today, hey, we got to open up. We can't shut down anymore. The good news is, guys, I think COVID is behind us, for better, for worse, whatever your opinion on that is. I think we're coming back. Let's come back with a vengeance. Let's take the land in 2021. Let's not take no for an answer. Let's make our lives successful. Carpe diem. Seize the day. Let's go. If you've liked the content, like, share, subscribe. If you've hated it, send it to someone you hate. Let's go.